We're going to go over the esterification of acetic acid with isopentyl alcohol. This presentation looks in detail at the mechanism for the formation of esters from carboxylic acid alcohols in the presence of concentrated sulphuric acid, which acts as the catalyst for the reaction. It uses the formation of isopentyl acetate from acetic acid and isopentyl alcohol as an example. We begin with an overview of steps that take part in the mechanism of this reaction, and the overview is depicted as well. Essentially, it reacts with isopentyl, which provides lots of hydrogens and acts as a. This reaction produces the ester, isopentyl acetate, also known as banana oil. The reaction is slow and reversible. To reduce the chances of a excess, ester is distilled off as soon as it is formed. We are going to go over this reaction. First step is the protonation of an oxygen. As acetic with sulfuric acid, hydrogens, the acetic acid takes a proton, an atom, from the concentrated. The proton becomes attached to oxygen, which is double bonded to the carbon. Onto the oxygen gives it a positive charge, which is the end of the ion, via electron pair shift, and it captures below. The contributor that we're going to put with the positive charge is most useful for describing the subsequent reaction. Second step, nucleophilic attack on the carbocation. As mentioned earlier, we shall think of the carbon as a carbocation. The positive charge on the carbon atom is attacked by one of the lone pairs on the oxygen of the isopentyl alcohol. The third step of the reaction is one hydroxyl group to another. What happens is that from one of the oxygen, hydrogen gets picked up by one of the other substrates, for example, on an unreacted isopentyl alcohol molecule. And then it is picked up oxygen atom. This makes sense because oxygen wants to make itself gaining an electron from the bond in hydrogen. So this transfer will continue to occur. The fourth step of the reaction is a dehydration. As double lone pairs from a double bond, the structure for the latest ion has a partial positive charge, which is again delocated. It is easier to think of the rest of the reaction if charge remains carbon. The fifth of a hydroxyl group to form an ester. Moved from the oxygen water, and an ester is formed, as well as hydronium ion. The final product is the ester isopentyl oil seen below. This concludes our reaction. The IR spectrum is here. You can see an alcohol group, a carboxylic acid group, the isopentyl acetate area, alkane bond, CO group, and even a carbonyl group. Most of these are expected, including the OH group, but this may be error to show that some of the things did not react.